Well, one of the most frequently asked questions that I hear when it starts getting cold is, can hops handle the cold weather? What about snow? Hey folks, Max Raphael here from Hops World. Today we're going to find out, can hops handle the cold and the snow? Let's do it. Hey hopsters, can hops handle the cold and the snow? That's today's tip, and that's what we're going to talk about. We have this plant here that we're going to check out what's happening down below the snow. Okay folks, as you can see here, we have the remains of last year's plant that we cut in late September. This was a first year plant, so there should not be too much growth underneath the ground. It was started from seed. It is a cross from, I believe it was Comet with a Neo-Mexican male, but this one we had planned on taking out and removing. We didn't get to it, but we're going to show you now what it's like underneath the snow to see if these plants can really handle the cold and snow. I would not recommend doing this ever during this time of year. It's the 2nd of February here in southeastern Pennsylvania, United States. Pretty much the coldest part of the winter. We've had 2 days of snow. As you can see, it's actually maybe starting to melt a little. There's probably still 6 inches here, but we had about a foot altogether for 2 days it snowed. Last week we had a really cold spell without snow, which isn't the best situation. It's better to have snow covering the plants to help insulate the ground. So let's see what's happening, if these plants are dead, if they're dying, and what's going on underneath the ground. So first we'll start removing some of the snow from the top. You can see right there we have about 8 inches still. Okay, as you can see, there's only these 2 little stems, which is really only 1 stem coming out of the ground here. And the rest all looks dead. It branched off and then branched off some more. So we're going to have to dig into the ground to see what it looks like and see what's happening. I brought some warm water so we can try to clean this once I dig the ground out a little. The ground feels rather frozen, but we'll see how deep it goes. So we can see here the stem right where it comes out of the ground. I'm going to start digging up some of this frozen ground a little bit further away from the plant. See what we have. Okay. That was really frozen, that ground, so I think this plant probably wouldn't be in too good a shape. Check her out. Let's let this water drain, and we can clearly see at least 10 nodes starting on this side. This side has another 10. Down below, I'm sure there's more. We have a rhizome coming out the side here. Some big giant thick roots going straight down. This plant is healthy as could be under the ground. We had 5-degree wind chill down to about 10 degrees this past week. We have foot of snow on top of the plants. This is even still green. So yes, as soon as this ground hits 70 degrees, these things are gonna take off. And interesting enough, this is the part of the plant that people actually eat when they get about 3 inches long. And it's one of the most expensive vegetables in the world, in Europe, France, and Belgium. So, can plants, hops plants, withstand cold and snow? They sure can, and they love it. So folks, you really don't have to worry about the cold or the snow with your hops unless you're in a really cold area. And maybe on your first year plants, I would definitely cover them with some soil. And if you have plants in pots, I would surround them with dried leaves or mulch or bury them in the ground. You definitely risk freezing your roots in pots if it gets really cold. Wild hops have been found way in North Canada in temperatures sub-zero, where there's 3 feet of snow all winter long. They've also been found in Russia, in countries where it's just frozen tundra. And they last through the winter. They actually thrive through the winter. The cold helps them reset the buds to sprout next spring. These plants, when the ground hits about 70 degrees, they will start shooting up. Let's go inside. It's cold. Brr. Hey friends, back inside. Oh, thank goodness. But the answer is yes, hops can withstand cold and snow, and a lot more than we have here for sure. It actually has been thought that hops need this cold period to reset these buds, but recent studies have proven that it may have more to do with the sunshine and a little bit of cold too. But they do reset the buds during the cold period. As you can see, the plant is thriving and healthy. That plant will sprout as soon as it gets warm out. So I hope you enjoyed this tip. If you liked it, please put a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to see all our tips. We'll be posting every week. We also have our hops vlog once a week. What's going on with all of our hops plant, our indoor grow room, our Triumph Twins, our outdoor plantation, both here and Brazil, and all of our hops tips. So please subscribe to our channel. I'm going to put a link over here or over here, and check out one of our other tips. There's a link here to that too. Okay, folks? Thanks again. It's been a pleasure. Cheers to life.